Polo Cup action is proudly brought to you by Astron Energy, Volkswagen Motorsport, and Dunlop Tires. Welcome to the final round of action from the Astron Energy Polo Cup. A massive crowd has come out here to Zwartkops International World of Motoring to see who's going to be crowned. But first we need to crown the rookie champion. That rookie champion will move up to the Astron Energy Polo Cup and join Volkswagen Motorsport. Chris Tate and Josh Moore are fighting hard for this championship with only a couple of points splitting them. And as they got off the line, Berlin Robinson on the inside line with a jump start off second position on the grid. She got a great qualifying yesterday, but not a good start. And unfortunately, the pressure got to the young lady. She got to try and make up at least 30 seconds to be in the running still. But that's highly unlikely with these 8 cars and how evenly they matched. And already pressure coming from Tate as he dives up the inside into turn 2. Around the outside, looking for a way through there was Zwartkops as well as he moves up through the field ever so slightly, trying to close things down there on that top 3. And in the background, have a look at that. Mara DeLuz, Luke Corbett and Luke Hill fighting hard. It's Tate from Josh Moore. Berlin's dropped down to 4th place in there, and looks like Zwartkops has squeezed through only just. And in the background, Mara DeLuz taking a little bit of strain to find his way through. Took a little bit of a maneuver out of Castro Corner that went slightly wrong, and he's now going to try and make up that ground here in the closing stages. He's looking for an opportunity to dive up the inside and get through on Luke Hill. He's side by side with Hill as they come out of turn 5, trying to close things down there on Berlin Robinson just up the road in 4th. Tate losing everything he's got at the front end though to get away from this pack, and it looks like he's going to wrap this up here in the first heat. Josh Moore had to try and beat him, but doesn't look like he's able to do that. Moore going to come through for 2nd place at this point in time, but have a look at this. Mara DeLuz once again has a big dive down into Volkswagen Corner at turn 8. Didn't quite get there, but it is very close. Tate though in the Sportex car doing everything to perfection here. He wants this championship badly, and he's going to be the man moving up if he can get this all wrapped up by the end of this first heat. Back down towards Castro Corner, turn 2, they come out of that one, and pushing hard is Josh Moore, but he just doesn't seem to have an answer. There seems to be some kind of an issue there on the car. It's not quite pulling the way it was earlier on in the day, and Moore is going to have to settle for 2nd place. It's Zwartkops who's made his way up into 3rd. He stayed there. Berlin Robinson, with that jump start, is probably going to lose those positions to the 3 cars behind her, and that is Luke Hill leading things out over Mara DeLuz and Luke Corbett. So Berlin will eventually be demoted down behind those because of that jump start, and it'll drop her down to 7th place. Not what she wanted after a fantastic qualifying yesterday. Once again, here we go. Is it going to be Mara or Luke that's going to hang on? Luke hanging on for now. Hill hangs on only just to keep Mara out. Mara trying to find left, right and centre away past, but cannot find it. Finding the checkered flag though, it's Chris Tate coming across the line and wrapping up the first heat of Volkswagen Rookie Cup. He takes the win over Josh Moore, Zwartkops, Luke Hill, Mara DeLuz, Corbett and Berlin Robinson with that jump start down in 7th. Couple of little adjustments now for this final race of the season. Zwartkops on the front row. He'll be looking to just pick up the pieces and maybe secure that 3rd place overall in the championship. Josh Moore is going to have to settle for 2nd. And as they give the line, will he go for the win though? He's going to try and outgun Zwartkops into turn 1. He's on the inside line. Berlin Robinson coming from the back of the pack trying to squeeze through as well. Have a look at Corbett. What a start there from Luke Corbett. One of the best we've seen. And he gets a little tag as they come out of turn 1 there. Mara and Corbett coming together as they went down towards turn 2, but a little touch between the two of them. Rubbing's racing between those 2 cars. They're still rubbing in the background, as you can see. 3 cars abreast coming out of that 2nd corner. The hairpin, and somebody running a little bit wide and putting a wheel on the dirt. But Zwartkops has got his head down. He wants the final victory here. He gets an opportunity to stay on for one more season in this category. And that's part and parcel of the deal he'll be looking forward for next year. Maybe looking forward to securing the championship with a little less pressure from Tate and Moore. But of course there are a couple of new youngsters coming through from karting. They're going to step up into 2026's championship. One of them will be Jack Moore, Josh's brother. Looking forward to seeing how he copes with the slightly bigger car than what he's been fighting with in this year's karting championships, both here and internationally. Khan hangs on for now. The Sportex car of Chris Tate looking to wrap up the championship here with Josh Moore on his tail as they come out of turn 7. A little bit of a gap down to Luke Hill, who's managed to get a little bit of breathing room between himself, Mara DeLuz, Corbett and Berlin Robinson. It's quite nice to see that little battle continuing to rage as they come down on the brakes here. Look at this. Berlin on the outside. Wing mirror to wing mirror. Forcing a little bit of an inside line maneuver there and onto the curbs as well. I like to see that. Mara just hanging on for dear life, trying to find a way through. Can he do it here into turn 1? They still stay wing mirror to wing mirror, locked at each other's throats here. Brilliant stuff between the 2 of them. A little bit of breathing room as they come down under braking now, but of course the inside line, I was going to say the inside line was Berlin's, but she got a little tap from behind and that has put her into the kitty litter. Hopefully she hasn't stalled that car. Looks like she might have got it going again. Takes it easy. You don't want to come out of there too fast because you'll dig the car into that kitty litter. It's very thick, but Berlin gets back on track. Wazir Khan through the final turn for the last time in 2025 and takes the checkered flag and the final victory of Rookie Cup. But in the background, look at the happy man in second. Chris Tate wraps up the 2025 Rookie Cup Championship with a second place there with Josh Moore in third. The official results there see Wazir Khan over Tate and Moore, Luke Hill, Deleuze, Corbett and Berlin Robinson wrapping up a fantastic season. Let's catch up now with your new rookie champion, Chris Tate.
Amazing. I really needed this Polo Cup drive. It's going to help me out so much next year. But big thanks to my parents, the team, just getting me to where I am now.
As you can see, quite an emotional Chris Tate there, as you expect, and taking the championship for 2025. Stand by now for action from Polo Cup right after this. This is the seventh and final round of the Astron Energy Polo Cup for 2025, and there's 3 points in it between Mo Karodia in second and your championship leader coming into this round, Rory Atkinson. It's going to be exceptionally close, and of course there is a point up for grabs to get the pole position award. Is it going to be Mo or possibly Rory to steal that away? Or will we see potentially Hannes Schippers continue on his merry way at the front end of this field like we've seen over the last couple of rounds? The DDS car has been an exceptionally quick car to catch, and it's going to be very, very close at the end of qualifying. Here are the official results, and it is Schippers on top ahead of Atkinson, but look where Mo Karodia ended up, down in 6th place. He'll be the first car out for Superpole. Let's catch up with him.
Yeah, nothing's changed going into the race, so not a lot of pressure on me. It's all on Rory. I'm just there to catch his mistakes.
It was a decent qualifying. We've got to do Superpole now, so just head down, one lap wonder hopefully, and see how it goes.
We were hoping that we will be strong here because it's our home track. I think Dion got this setup spot on. Yeah, we've been fastest every session, and luckily we could pull it off in quali now.
And in the Masters category, Derek Smallberger on pole.
Everything came together eventually. We worked very hard, and the lap times came. And the whole day we were quick and fast and so on. But I was worried about new tyres, but when you put the new tyres, it actually worked out for us, so we're very, very happy.
Well done, Derek Smallberger. Now time to see who's got what it takes here for Superpole. One lap wonder time, and for the last time in 2025. Good lap by the looks of things coming out of Tyler Robinson. Can she get up onto the front row like her sister did in the Rookie Cup? Rory Atkinson is absolutely hauling, and so is Hannes. Checkered flag is out, and Tyler gets to second place.
I'm very happy with my lap. It's the best lap I've had of the weekend. I've kept making mistakes, and that was the first lap that I put together without a mistake. So I'm very proud of my lap, and I just have to get him tomorrow in the race.
Race day time, and time to get those Dunlops all fired up and ready to go. Hannes Schippers getting the 3,000 Rand for pole, and a little bit extra money there for Derek Smallberg as well, courtesy of ATS Motorsport and Dunlop tyres. Has Mo Karodia got what it takes to come from slightly back in the field to catch that man, Rory Atkinson, for this championship? It's going to be an exceptionally tight battle. With Hannes Schippers on pole position and doing the double for the first time ever, he's going to be a tough man to beat at his home circuit, and the Works Motorsport car could potentially be in the running. As will this man, first time out for Jaden Hurston. Rory getting the final bit of instructions there. We were on board with a couple of drivers here this weekend. It is fantastic to see. And a reverse camera on Mo. Look at the concentration in those eyes as we head down towards turn 1, and racing starts for the second last time in 2025. Who's got what it takes to get the whole shot? Looks like Hannes Schippers might have just squeezed through there. We go on board with Rory as he tries to find a way down and close things down onto the back end as they get down towards Castrol Corner and turn 2. Tyler Robinson on the inside of Mo Karodia, forcing him wide. Oh, Nirav Singh onto the dirt as well, getting forced ever so slightly wide under braking there in the Kyle Army exhaust car. We're on board with the dub core machine now of Shrin Rajpal, watching Mo Karodia under pressure as they go towards turn 4. Is that his teammate Ethan Kutsia on the inside? It looks like it might be. Oh, they touched. Kutsia touching the inside line and then clipping the outside car of Mo Karodia. That's going to give Rajpal a chance to get past on Ethan Kutsia. But Karodia has dropped right to the back of the pack, even behind Nirav Singh, who was right at the back after that turn 2 incident. That is going to be huge for this championship. Shrin Rajpal avoiding the Two cars coming together there from Lee Thompson Racing. And as he comes through turn 6, you can hear those tyres squealing, trying to get the grip out of this Works Motorsport machine that he's in. He's trying to close down on his teammate, who's 3 cars up the road from him. And Hannes Schippers leads out as they come to complete the first lap. Right on his tail is Rory Atkinson, exactly where he needs to be. He'll be told now as he comes across the line that there's been big problems for Mo Karodia on that first lap. Running slightly wide there. Looks like that might have been the CPS warehouse car. Yes, it was Bevan Masters who got slightly wide coming out of turn 8. Here come the Masters. Derek Smallberger leading over John Kruger in second place and Wayne Masters in third. Wayne literally has to finish the race to wrap up the Masters title, to get his first national championship title as well, as we go on board with him as they head towards Castrol. Closing things down now on John Kruger, who's just up the road. Great to see Jeff Kruger back in South Africa, helping his dad out for this final round. A former champion in this class, and he's now looking to try and help his dad out there to try and secure second place in the overall championship for the Masters class. At the front end though, looking for the win at his home track is Hannes Schippers. Looking for the championship is Rory Atkinson in second. And second place is enough. That might just be able to do everything that Rory needed, potentially seeing that there's going to be no championship points scored for Mo Karodia at this point in time. We'll watch for his progress in the background. Look out for that Fast 5 car coming through the back. On board with Jaden Goosen, the rookie to this class. He's on the tailpiece there of Ethan Kutsia, arguably the protagonist in the incident that happened there in turn 4, but now down onto the braking point. His teammate is closing down on him. Lee Thompson running this car as well this weekend and looking to try and get Jaden Goosen up to pace as quickly as possible, and he certainly is a big future in the sport of Polo Cup. If this is the kind of pace we get out of him at the first round, this is potentially a big maneuver that he's made here for 2026. Hannes Schippers hangs on for now. Atkinson in second place, Tyler Robertson in third. Perfectly done job so far for her. Remember, she heads for international duties next year. She'll be in Super Cup and then heading to the Polo Cup in Germany to represent South Africa. So big things expected from Tyler in 2026. But she's got a bit of work to do here before she goes and even thinks about that. Rory Atkinson is the first on her list of targets. If she can find a way past him, there's a potential that she could find a way past Hannes Schippers. But right now, the way that Hannes Schippers is driving, potentially and particularly after the last round in Cape Town, we just saw a changed man in the dentist at the front end of the field. His teammate has got Ethan Kutsia behind him, who's got Jaden Goosen that we go on board with here, tucked in right in the mix, looking for a way through. Jaden has had a bit of experience in Volkswagen Challenge. He's also had a bit of experience in the 111 GD Sports and Saloons class, and he's now looking to try and make his way up into the National Championship class for 2026. Massive improvement coming out of Pierluigi Mussolini and out of Milan Hemsley as well. Slightly further back in the pack, but higher up than what both of them have been all season long here in this second last race of the championship. Oh, Schrin, that's not quite the braking you want. But you could see the pressure was being applied there big time by Ethan and by Jaden, and the two of them have squeezed through. So the Dubcore and Works Motorsport car loses out 2 positions coming out of Castrol. And it's 2 Lee Thompson Racing machines that sneak through on him, with the 2 youngsters getting past Leon Schrin. Back with the Masters now. This is potentially your champion for 2025 on the tailpiece of John Kruger. Kruger has not got an answer. Look at Derek Smallberger. He's at least 4 or 5 car lengths up the road there. That Sabre Tech car has found something special here this weekend. Charles Smallberger has been here helping out his dad. So it's kind of been a family affair there. And of course, this weekend could potentially see Wayne Masters and Keegan Masters wrap up titles in their respective championships. That'll be an awesome family affair to have as well. Now as they come down to the final part of this race, you can see things starting to spread out. Berthold had a little bit of incident earlier on. You can see a bit of battle scars on the front end of that car. Not quite sure who he came together with. I think it potentially was with a couple of the cars in that mid-pack, and maybe there with the likes of the Team Red Boys. And the Milan Emsley, as I said, had a fantastic start, but I think he might have been in the mix there slightly with Berthold. They come out of Castrol Corner again. This time we're seeing Jaden Goosen closing the gap down rapidly on the back end there of Ethan Kutsia. Mo Karodia has made his way up just outside the top 10, but that championship looks like it might be done and dusted here. I'm not quite sure if Mo can survive or potentially get back into a point scoring position that could still keep him in the running. But we'll wait and see. The checkered flag is not out yet. Naidu having a phenomenal run here as well. Fantastic to see that car in full flight. Staying just up the road there from Pierluigi Mussolini. But this man has done it all right. Hannes Schippers in the DDS machine. That Dane Fern Dental Studio car and Works Motorsport prep machine has just been untouchable this weekend. Rory Atkinson in second place has done it all right. Hanging on for second. Tyler's been closed down in the closing stages there by Ethan Coetzee, but I think they all rolled out knowing that they're going to try and preserve those Dunlop for race 2. And as they come across the line, the top 5 are almost equidistant apart across the line. Here comes Mokarodia, and right behind him Milan Emsley, and then the leader of the Masters, Derek Smallberger for Sabertech and Netstar, coming through for the win. He takes the win. John Kruger will take second place, but the Masters Championship is now wrapped up. What a fantastic effort there. This is Jaden Kirsten's point of view as they went down into turn 4, looking at, of course, the touch there between Ethan Coetzee and Mokarodia. It's a slightly different angle as well. See, Coetzee had the inside line, but he could have backed out there slightly, knowing that his teammate was involved in this championship. Skippers, Atkinson and Robinson, the top 3. Coetzee, Goosen and Rochpool, your top 6. And then we go all the way down to 14th place for the Masters win for the Sabertech car of Derek Smallberger.
Got a good start. I was just focused on trying to keep a clear head, get my head down, chase Hannes hard. I was able to do that. So, yeah, thank God it came together, and just keep a cool head and focus on race 2 now.
2025 champion Rory Atkinson, but a fantastic run from Hannes Skippers. The perfect weekend so far.
Luckily this time we didn't have any mechanical issues in race 1. So, yeah, perfect race for us.
And a perfect win for Derek Smallberger in the Masters.
Pulled away from them, and then they started coming, and then they started fighting, and then I pulled away again. So I actually led from the front, and it was one of those nice races where you could control the race from the front. So yeah, bit of luck, but it worked out for us.
The luck didn't fall for Mokarodia, but let's see what happens in the final race of the season after the break. It's the final race of 2025, and we're going to get a clean circuit courtesy of the Orange Army. Massive thanks to them all around the country for the incredible work that they do. The mechanics that do such an amazing job to get these cars all prepped and ready. There's lots of behind-the-scenes action that happens before these guys and girls get out onto the circuit and then get to do battle, as we've seen all season long, in arguably one of the most competitive championships of Polo Cup in the last 29 years. Yes, next year, the 30th anniversary of Polo Cup. Rory will start here from 3rd place. Alongside him is Hannes Skippers. As the lights go out, it's going to be a great start from Jaden Goosen from pole. He has got Hannes Skippers, race 1 winner, looking for a double here. Wants to try and make the perfect weekend, the absolutely perfect weekend. He'll have to try and get ahead of the youngster and the rookie to the class as he comes down into turn 2. He's on the inside of Ethan Coetzee. Rory Atkinson, the new champion there, in 4th place, just sit there happy. Pretty much just got to finish up the race. He doesn't have to worry about points going anywhere other than where this man lost out heavily in the first round. We're on board with Mokarodia alongside Pierluigi Mussolini, as I said, with some huge improvements this weekend as they come through turn 4, heading up towards turn 5 now. Roshan Goodman side by side here with Naidu under braking. And, oh, that's brilliant. Nicely done. A little bit of room given there. Nirav Singh starting at the back of the pack, trying to make his way through there for Kyle Army Exhaust. The Ninja has got a bit of work to do, but he's looking forward to a big season next year as he's now learnt all the tracks and knows the ins and outs of the data that's required to get these cars to perform. Oh, 2 cars off. One is Mokarodia. The other one I think might have been Bevan Masters as he got a little bit sideways coming out of turn number 7. And they get it all right now heading towards turn 8. Roshan just squeezing out Mo as they come onto the brakes for turn 8. Second place battle raging as we're watching Jaden Goosen getting away. Look out for 2026. If this is what the potential is of this young man, there's going to be a tough battle at the front end. Rory Atkinson will make that number 2, number 1 for 2026, and he's now putting pressure onto Ethan Coetzee, a former top runner in this class as well. And he's looking, of course, to still finish up at least in that top 6 overall for this championship. Again, it's Smallberger who leads out in the Masters. We just saw a shot of him there from the drone. Tyler sneaking on the inside and getting through the Astron Rajpal. The young lady now looking to try and attack the front end of the field as she got ahead of the Dubcore and Works Motorsport car. Through turn 4. A little bit of work on the wheel there. A little bit of tyre squeal there. You can see those tyres are fighting hard with the hot conditions we've had here today. And as they come under braking, oh, hello, Masters. And the dive there from the Masters point of view, looking for a way through to maybe squeeze ahead of John Kruger. He'd like to finish up in the front end of the field, as he's done on a few occasions this year to wrap up that championship. Speaking of the front end, let's go to the mid-pack now, rather, of the front end of this field. The Polo Cup starting to rage here between Naidu, and on his outside was Berthold. Kurodia looking to try and get into that little fight as well. Following Roshan Goodman through from Team Red Racing. Can he find a way past there on Berthold? Berthold's got the inside line. He'll come across and just close the door there slightly to avoid an overtaking opportunity from Kurodia, then from his teammate. And as they come through there, you can see just how difficult it's going to be. This is nice. On board drone. Look at that. Out of Castral Corner, following the cars. This is just a super shot here, coming through turn 2 and then sweep across and pick up on the Masters. That's exactly how we do things here. On the brakes and down into Castral Corner they go. Jaden Goosen leading this race comfortably. He's got a little bit of late race pressure coming from the man who's looking for the perfect weekend. Will he get it? Second place will get him the overall victory, but he would have loved to have got pole position, super pole, race 1 win, race 2 win. He's got the fastest lap, but Hannes Schippers, unfortunately, is going to lose out here by the looks of it to Jaden Goosen, who keeps him at bay for now. Still a little bit of work to be done there from Goosen if he wants this final victory, and that'll definitely open up his account for 2026 in the 30th anniversary edition of Polo Cup, the Astron Energy Polo Cup, going into 30 years of racing here in South Africa. One of the longest standing championships in saloon cars in the history of South African motorsport, that is for sure. And it certainly proved to be the fighting ground and, of course, the start of many international superstars that we've got in the world of motorsport all around this globe that we play on. And Kurodia is one of them. He's going to be back for more in 2026. And he'll be certainly looking to try and take that number 1 plate that was just taken away from him there, slightly with a few mistakes in the closing stages of 2026. Here we go. This is going to be Hannes Schippers versus his teammates at the front end, and Bevan Masters doing such an amazing job there in that mid-pack. Mike Barbaglia squeezing through. What? Hang on a second. The Paybar car's got up into 3rd place. Masters is 2nd, so John Kruger must have made a mistake somewhere on track. He's dropped down to 4th place. That's not what we want. Elio Mussolini is there behind him as well. So a little bit of a change up there, and Mike Barbaglia could potentially wrap up his season with a podium in the Masters. That'll be an amazing job there from him. The podium at the front end looks like it might be a little bit of a late dive here from Ethan Garcia. Can he find a way through there on Hannes Schippers? Schippers going to try and keep him honest as they come down onto turn 8. But it is Jaden Goosen who has definitely shown the potential he has for Polo Cup here in this final race of 2025. They come to the line, and it's going to be Jaden Goosen from Hannes Schippers, Ethan Garcia. Rory Atkinson, your newly crowned champion, tucked in behind that. Not quite done yet, but they have got this final lap to sort out. And this pack of cars has been absolutely spectacular all season long. Tyler having a last-ditch effort there to get through there on Ethan Garcia. Rory Atkinson doesn't have to worry about fighting. He can just finish the day. That is not where Mo Kurodia wanted to finish today. Not the way things have gone here today. And unfortunately, it all went wrong here. You can see locks up under brakes into Castral Corner, runs onto the kiddie litter. Fortunately, runs through it. Doesn't get stuck in it. That's good thinking there from Mo. To try and keep him out of that very thick kiddie litter down at turn 2 at Castral. Mussolini applying the pressure now onto the back end of Roshan Goodman, who is trying to catch this man, Srin Rajpal, in the works and Dubco car. This absolutely amazing run from him. Remember, he had a huge incident down at the East London Grand Prix circuit, and Dion and the team had to fix that car just in time to get it ready for Cape Town. They did that. Someone's gone off again. Oh, someone in the background going off into the kiddie litter. As the dust settles, we'll get to see who that is. And Rory Atkinson, we go on board with him. Didn't quite see who that car was that went off, but we'll pick up on it in a few moments' time as they come through now for the checkered flag. Well done to Rory Atkinson, well done to Haupt, and an awesome job there as well from Maddie and the Industrial Petroleum team. But looking in the background, I think it was Naidu who actually went off. There we go, confirmation of that. Yeah, a little bit of a dusty car there. He's just ahead of the 2 Masters who are coming to the line. It is going to be Goosen who takes the victory. There is the final salute from your champion, Rory Atkinson. He knows that's now secured it 100%, no doubt about it. Well done, Ross. And across the line in the Masters, Smallberger takes the double. Masters takes the championship. And that's how we wrap up 2025's Astron Energy Polo Cup with Jaden Goosen, a new man to the series. That's a danger point to look at. Hannes Schippers in 2nd. And down in 14th again, the Sabertech car of Smallberger winning the Masters. But Jaden Goosen takes a win on debut in Astron Energy Polo Cup.
No, it feels amazing. We put a lot of time into the car and did a lot of practice sessions, so it feels really good for a win. Quite confident for next year.
All praise and glory to God, and thank you to Matt and James, Andre Haupt and the team, and just for my family, thank you, man.
And a well-deserved Masters champion to Wayne Masters.
We've put a lot of hard work in The last couple of races, my competitors have upped the game, so I think we're in for a humdinger next year, and we're going to have a couple of more guys. So hopefully we've got about 10 next year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, the 30th anniversary is going to be amazing. But this is how the 29th one ended up, with Rory Atkinson ahead of Mo Karodia and Hannes Skip as your top three in the Masters. Wayne Masters taking it from Derek Smallberger, and John Kruger in third place. We certainly hope you've enjoyed all the action that we brought you from Rookie Cup and Astron Energy Polo Cup for 2025. The champions have been crowned. We can't wait to see what's going to happen in 2026, and we'll be there to bring you all the action once again, courtesy of Two Wheels TV and myself, Greg Maloney, the voice of choice. All this action was proudly brought to you by Astron Energy, Volkswagen Motorsport, and Dunlop Tires.